Hey all. So we just last week got off of a 7 night Royal Caribbean cruise on the Wonder of the Seas, and figured we would do a video with kind of a breakdown of the cruise itself, what we did, where we went, what we saw, how wet we got, all of that stuff.
Hey. Keep it clean.
We did just recently do a review of the Wonder itself, the ship, and of course we're going to talk a little bit about that on this. But this video is mainly about the itinerary. It was a 7 night, we believe it was called the Western Caribbean, and what our activities were and all that. So
Okay.
Day one, we're not going to go into all the nonsense leading up.
We're just going to give
it.
a synopsis.
But day one,
yes.
We were scheduled. We'd done all our paperwork ahead of time. We were scheduled for 12, a check-in, arrival, boarding, whatever you want to call it, between 12 and 12:30. We actually ended up getting there a little bit early because we'd heard that there was construction going on and parking was a bear, blah, 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 and we drove. So we got there about 11, and, we got there, dropped off our bags at the porter, went right up to the second level of the parking deck, picked a spot, and had no issues.
Nope, not at all.
Plenty of parking spots.
Yeah.
Now the parking right there at the pier, for our 7 night cruise, it came to about $148 for the week once you added the taxes. I think it was like $20 or $21 a day plus the taxes, or 17. I don't remember. No, anyway. Call it $150. We got in line. We walked right up to the TSA security check where they scan you in, check your bags. We were through that in less than 10 minutes. Walked up the escalator, went to the check-in tables, took 10 minutes. What?
Nothing. I'm listening.
You're giving me a dirty look. We skipped the photograph booth, where they get that first picture with you. No thanks.
I have to travel on all day?
We were on board and done with the muster by noon.
Yes.
Literally first drink in hand. It was 12 o'clock. We had
our first drink was from the English pub.
Yes. Yeah. Cask and whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Good. You enter on the promenade deck. Our muster station was actually in the Cafe Promenade, but they had a separate area.
You can actually watch the muster on your phone.
Yeah, you watch the muster videos ahead of time. So all you do is there was a sign that said E2 or E4 or whatever our muster station was. Walked up to the guy, showed him our C-Pass card. He checked us off, and we were out of there.
Yep.
And next we went down to the main dining room because we didn't know where our table was, and we wanted to request a window seat. And we walked right up. Maitre D was there. We told him gave him our rooms. He showed us our table. It was already a window seat, and it was perfect.
Yep.
Rooms they made an announcement. Rooms were ready right at 1 p.m. Went to our room, dropped off our carry-on bag. Our luggage, unfortunately, wasn't there at that point. Our friends did have their luggage there at that point, but we didn't. So it got to our room. The luggage got to our room like 4 o'clock.
But we were in no real rush.
No. And basically spent the rest of the afternoon doing our own bar crawl. Going from one bar to another, checking out the ship. We didn't explore the whole ship like we usually do on the first day. We did some, but we ended up, because we had friends with us, so it wasn't just the two of us. They were oohing and ahhing everything, and we were trying to kind of give them a kind of a general tour because we've been on Oasis class ships before, so we ended up doing that. I'm getting dirty looks again. Anywho, you want to talk?
No.
Okay, good.
Just beating a dead horse.
Sail away party.
I don't remember it.
It was only okay. I don't know. I love Royal, but I think the Carnival cruises do a much better sail away party.
Well, it's because it's a party ship. But anyway, 5 p.m. dinner time. Omar and Luber were our waiters, and they were amazing. Super friendly. Luber was a little shy. That's because he was new to the scene.
But by the third day, we had him.
Oh, it was funny. It was great. Go ahead.
I had my normal go-to for my first night dinner. I do escargot and a New York strip steak, and they were both very well done. Cheryl has no idea what she ate for dinner.
It was probably a Caesar salad and chicken or something. Highlight was a 12-year-old solo guitar player in the Cask and Clipper. He was not 12 years old because that's illegal, but he was very talented, funny, and engaging.
Yeah. Yeah, he was fun. He was fun. Yeah. Ended up seeing him a couple times throughout the week.
Yeah.
So that night, I think we headed to bed about 1 a.m., 12:30, 1 a.m., something like that. It was a really, really long day, but a good one.
Yep.
Yeah. Day 2.
Woohoo.
Go ahead.
We were supposed to meet our friends at the Windjammer at 7:30 for breakfast. Didn't happen.
Yep.
We
were at Perfect Day at Coco Cay that day. Day 2, by the way.
So we got to Perfect Day at Coco Cay at about 9:45. Heads up, if you have issues walking or anything else like that and it's rainy, be prepared to wait, because if it's windy and rainy, they do not want the trams going back to the ship. It's a safety issue. When there's 500 people on one tram, all right, no problem, because the weight is on there. However,
it's the type of tram. They have 2 different types of trams.
But if it's empty, it's more apt to blow. So respectfully, just use caution.
So anyway, we got on to Perfect Day about 9:45. We walked over to Hideaway Beach because we paid the upcharge to spend the afternoon or the day at Hideaway Beach. Absolutely loved Hideaway Beach. I thought it was very well done. They had it
was very secluded. I liked it.
Yeah, a protected cove that so you can go swimming in the ocean, but there weren't a whole lot of waves. It was, they had 2 different infinity pools. One had a swim up bar in it. They had a DJ playing music. They had 2 different food venues. The one was basically like pizza. The other one, you could get burgers and fried shrimp and different kinds of things.
And desserts, I think they had some there.
And we were having a good old time with our friends hanging out. And then about noontime, about noontime, they made an announcement of the speaker that there was a storm rolling in. They expected it only to last about an hour, and it would be raining, but it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. So they weren't canceling anything. They were just kind of putting a pause on. They basically wanted everybody out of the water, and basically just, chill out under the umbrellas for, an hour, up to an hour. So we did, we went, got by one of the food areas under an umbrella. We had some food, we relaxed. And then, about an hour later, it wasn't decreasing. The wind was getting stronger.
Increasing.
The rain was getting harder. Pretty much, I want to say 90% of the people had already left. And, I looked at the radar on my phone, and, it wasn't going to let up for a couple more hours based on the prediction. So we headed back to the ship and got soaked on the way back.
Oh,
yeah.
We're in the water.
Yeah, not the end of the world, No. And we got back on board, got showered, got dried, got cleaned off. And what did we do after that? Basically just hang out on the pool deck, watch the rain kind of thing? So yeah. Anyway, that's what we did. We did another bar crawl.
What?
Yeah.
We definitely got our money's worth out of the drink package this year. But anyway.
And we also did some shopping, and we got the free. What was it? The multiple bracelets.
Oh. The rope tracker bracelets from Effie.
Correct.
There was one a day. No. Well, there were several days. There were 2.
Right.
But I'm going to be honest with you. If you have to go into the Effie shop, it's hotter than hell.
Yes.
And there are 500 people, exaggerating a little on that one.
Not by much.
And it takes forever. Like, you have to listen to their spiel.
Correct.
Which I'm all about learning and, this, that, and the other thing. However, it just comes a time where you're like, give me my bracelet so I can bounce. And that didn't always happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Moving
on. So, yeah, we did, we got the tracker and we were, roaming around drinking. But at this point of the trip, the best drink I had on board was made by Pavlov in the Central Park bar. If you get him, he can make a really, really good Manhattan.
Central Park Manhattan, get it?
Captain decided to pull out of Coco Cay early, so instead of leaving at like 5, we left at like 3. He did advise that it's going to be a little bit rocky on board that evening because of the wind and the weather.
And we were trying to stay ahead of the storm that was.
And he was boogieing.
Us.
You know, he was trying to get ahead of that storm.
I lost my wig. I'm kidding.
Dinner that night in the main dining room. Again, really, really good. The ship was pretty rocky that night. If I remember correctly, that night you ended up going to bed a little bit early.
Really?
Because of the. Cheryl doesn't have when the ship is pretty calm. She doesn't get seasick, but
that could have been the alcohol.
6 or 8 drinks in her, and the rocking of the ship. Yeah,
and no food. Whatever. Yeah.
So I basically ended up hitting the casino, doing hearing some more live music with the 12-year-old, and
that sounded creepy.
I think I was in bed by like 10 o'clock that night myself, not because of the rocking. Just it was a long day.
Anyway.
The next up.
Did we have breakfast in the main dining room that day?
Yes, we did. On day 3, we did.
Oh, that's right, because I had the fruit. Anyway, it was very good. Plenty of options.
Right.
We did find out, because in previous videos we had spoken about the main dining room at Sea Days, that you can have lunch with the salad bar. They no longer do that since COVID. So please excuse us in the past videos. We're not trying to lie to you. We're just rectifying that misinformation.
Yeah, they don't do the pasta station anymore. They don't do the chopped salad station now. It's
a lot of things have changed. Right. A lot of things have changed since COVID. So thanks, COVID. Moving on.
So yeah, we had breakfast in the main dining room. This was a sea day. So unfortunately, we spent most of the morning shopping.
Just look at it. We meander.
No, we were shopping.
I wasn't shopping. I didn't buy anything the first day.
We're not on the first day. We're on the second day.
Well, I didn't buy anything either day.
We were, did get to hang out by the pool deck for a while. We went to the port shopping brief. Now, our itinerary called for us to be, so it was, day 1 we get on board. Day 2, perfect day. Day 3, sea day. Day 4, St. Thomas. Day 5 was St. Maarten. So their port shopping brief was about St. Thomas and St. Maarten.
Yeah.
And we went to it. And I was not thrilled. It was an hour and a half long, and
it was long.
90% sales pitch.
Yeah,
only 10% info about where to go and what to see. In the port, and I knew it was going to be a sales job. I've been doing it before, but this one seemed like
it was very long-winded.
The first 20 minutes, it was just about sales on board the ship. It wasn't even about the ports. It was what you can buy on the ship. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Did lunch in the main dining room.
Yes, that was very yummy.
They did a 4-lentil chili that was absolutely to die for.
But he didn't die. He's still here.
No, true. The Love and Marriage game show was 2:30 or 3:30 that afternoon, which I found to be weird. In past cruises, it's been at night, but this one was in the middle of the afternoon. But whatever. Mm-hmm. Dinner was the first formal night. And I had, I'll post a picture and show you what I was wearing. Basically, slacks, button-down shirt, and a
jacket,
a sport coat. Literally, by the time I ordered my dinner, the jacket was off because it was like 80 degrees in there.
It was nice.
Minute dinner was over, I changed back into shorts and one of my Hawaiian shirts. Next up, we did the Name That Lyric trivia, which was in the Aqua Theater.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that was a lot of fun.
That was absolutely hysterical.
Tatiana and I would have won had we been up as contestants.
But they didn't bother going up. So.
But we were very supportive of the girls.
Yes. And the girls did end up winning.
Yes.
But the cruise staff member that emceed it was funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
He made it a lot of fun.
Yeah. And it was a good crowd. I mean, it wasn't like super crowded. But it was still fun. It was a lot of fun. Moving on to day 4, semi-private tour of St. Thomas. Again, the weather was kind of nasty.
Yeah,
it was raining. The suggestion is to pack a poncho.
Yes,
instead of packing a punch, pack a poncho.
Yeah. It saved us. Yeah. So we actually ended up getting into St. Thomas early. We were supposed to get into St. Thomas at like 12:30, but because of a medical emergency on board, basically we ended up getting in at like 9 a.m. so that they could take the injured person off and take him to the hospital. So we booked this private tour through Viator, used Godfrey Tours, and if you ever get a chance to do a tour with them, they did a great job.
They did.
He had texted me.
What's his name? Godfrey.
Yeah. Godfrey owns Godfrey Tour.
Oh, I didn't realize.
He texted me, say, hey, if you want, we can start the tour earlier since you guys get in early. We said, great, we'll be down in half an hour, whatever. He picked us up at like 10:30, and we went to Overlook Point. We went to Megan's Beach, Koki Beach.
The downside to it, it was, like Eric said, a semi-private.
Right.
We had to share it with another ship, a group of people from another ship. So
there was 24 of us on the tour.
It really wasn't bad.
No.
At all.
All right.
Go ahead.
Megan's Bay got the obligatory airplane shot, which I'm going to put in right here. We looked at what other. We hit a couple of other spots as well. I can't think of the name of them right now. The major ones that I wanted to make sure to get to was the Overlook Point and Megan's Bay. And Koki Beach. But it was 4.5 hours. And that included an hour or an hour and a half in Charlotte Amalie shopping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we met him at, I don't remember what time, 4 o'clock or whatever, and he took us back to the ship. But Cheryl and I were pretty much shopped out after like a half hour in Charlotte Amalie because we weren't buying jewelry at that point. So we found this. If you've ever been to Charlotte Amalie, you know that there are a bunch of alleys and there's shops and restaurants and stuff in the alleys. And we ended up finding this one little alley bar, and sat there and had a drink and we're chatting with the bartender. What was her name? Alyssa, something. Can't think of it. But basically she'd moved there from Alaska like 3 months earlier.
October.
Yeah. And
that I do remember.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We met up with our friends and while they were shopping and my friend Doug and I we're both avid craft beer drinkers, and he had found St. John's Brewers, and so we of course had to stop in and have a beer at St. John's Brewers. And their IPA and their juicy IPA were absolutely amazing. If you know what they are and you enjoy them, next time you get there, stop. Go ahead.
I don't know.
We got back, by the time we got back to the ship, we missed our 5 o'clock dinner time. So we just decided just to do dinner at the Windjammer. And it was good. They had a really good salad bar, at least in my opinion.
They did. They had a lot of options. Yeah.
That was basically my dinner. I just had a huge salad, which I'd kind of been craving. Then we went to what was the game show?
I thought you said it was Sing It Till You Know It.
Sing It Till You Know It. That's it. So kind of similar to Name That Lyric, but that was good as well. Then we went up to Music Hall and listened to the Temperature Band do a set. They were good.
Yeah. It was an 80s dance party. I did not make it, so I did not see it, but I watched it on TV. It was pretty funny looking.
Yeah.
Brings back so many memories. Anyway, moving on to day 5. We took a double-decker tour bus of St. Martin. It was rainy and wet.
Yeah.
We went to Marigot and Phillipsburg.
Right.
We did a requisite rum tasting.
Yes. You know how every time you go to an island, you got to do a rum tasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue that point. We did a surprise stop, and it was a highlight of the trip for me.
Mm-hmm.
They were pigs. Pigs.
It was a scenic overlook, and there happened to be a couple of hogs that lived in the brush.
And there were actually chickens. There was a little house in there. You did not see the house?
Yes, I did see that.
Okay, then they lived there. I mean, they pretty much and everything. But anyway, so that was exciting. We went to a
Amsterdam cheese and liquor store.
We had a sampling of Gouda
smoked
cheese.
Gouda, right.
And it was so Gouda, you wouldn't believe it.
Oy.
Anywho.
And we did a guava berry liquor tasting.
Yeah, I didn't like the guava berry, but the Eva, who was a tour guide, basically said that a lot of people marinade with it. Mm. It was a fun day, not a lot to see due to the weather.
Yeah, it was very overcast.
Went over the plane.
Yes, correct. That was
okay.
Yes.
You put it in the St. Thomas one.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
We made a mistake, people. But whatever. We're only human.
I'm sure anybody who's been to St. Martin before has been screaming at the video saying, that's in St. Martin, not in St. Thomas.
I'm blaming it on
I apologize for you for that.
Yeah.
Had another good dinner in the main dining room. Mm-hmm. I was planning on taking photos of each meal. Yeah, that I think I got the first day, and then I forgot.
We went to Michael Jackson trivia, and it was only standing room only, literally, and we weren't just having that.
Nope.
We did the Crazy Quest game show. Right. It was hysterical as always.
Really good job, yeah.
And we donated a little bit, not a lot, to the casino, and then we went to bed.
Yep.
So day 6.
Sea day.
Yes. We slept in because we can. Mm-hmm. We had coffee on the smoking deck. We toured the ship.
Yeah, we spent a couple hours, like front to back, top to bottom, hitting everything on the ship just to make sure we saw it all.
I think the highlight of the trip, other than the pigs, was actually finding all the ducks and finding Jesus. But anyway, that's another video to be had. We toured the ship. We found Wonderland Restaurant. I mean, not like we couldn't find it, but it's a whole floor.
We went and saw it.
Yeah, we did. It's pretty. We'll share pictures. Went to the back of the ship.
Yeah, went into the card room. Found that. Took us a while, but found it. And on the back of the ship where the what do you call that? The surfing thing, the surf simulator and the zip line and the mini golf and all that stuff is.
Flow rider.
Yeah, flow rider. Yeah.
It was the first sunny day of the trip. The pools were packed. Yes. Again, we donated some more money to the casino. We went to the ice show.
Yep.
And then we had a late night adult comedy show that night.
Which was cool.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Day number 7.
Last full day and a sea day.
It was pool day. It was overcast and semi-warm for some people.
Yeah, it was warm for me.
Yeah. Yes. I actually got in the pool for a few minutes, and then they were really crowded though too.
Yeah. I could only put up with that for maybe an hour. It's just too many people. Yeah, in the water.
Someone who doesn't like crowds.
Correct.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Day number 8.
And honestly, neither of us really remember much about day 7 beyond it being a pool day.
Other than having to pack.
Formal night. Formal night was the night before. Yeah, we had to do the packing, which we always hate. And we went to some show that night. Oh no, with the late night comedy show again.
Yeah. And then day 8, the Arcation day. It went well and smooth.
Because we drive, we don't feel the need to be one of the first ones off the ship.
Oh, we kind of forced this time.
I'm sorry?
We kind of forced this time.
No, the first one got off the ship at 6.
Oh.
So we didn't even get out of bed till 7.
Yeah.
Got up, showered, grabbed our stuff, went up to Windjammer, had some breakfast, touched around, the pool deck.
The couple that we met up in the Windjammer that morning, I was talking to them. They were from England.
Oh, right.
And he took such a hot shower that he set the smoke detectors off. And he said security showed up, was recording the whole thing, and they were asking him if he was smoking.
Yeah.
So if you're taking a hot shower, just be careful.
Yeah, I never thought the water got that hot.
But, it does. I know that.
So yeah, it was like 8:30, 8:45, and we were group 14, to get luggage and to get off the ship. They randomly assigned that to us. We actually got off right after they called group 29. Yep. So, and we walked down, and we were walking off the ship with a group of people, but walked down. Our luggage was in group 14. There was like 5 bags there. Mm-hmm. Grabbed our stuff, went up, did the passport photo, out the door in 10 minutes. It was very smooth.
The downside to the garage is everybody wants to take the elevator.
Correct.
So if you're not on the first level, which is not just a flight of stairs, it seems like forever.
Yeah.
However, Eric was a champ, and he carried the suitcases up to the car.
I wasn't. I was too impatient to wait.
What? But that's overall.
So that was our cruise.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
We did.
Yes, it was wet in every port. Oh, well.
That's what she said.
Yeah. We made the best of it. We had a good time.
And we're here to tell about it.
Yeah. So if you want to hear our thoughts on the Wonder of the Seas, the ship itself, or, how we felt about it, we liked it, hated it, whatever, check out this video.
Yes.
We go into lots of detail about it.
Yes, we do.
See ya.
Bye.